If you've ever felt the weight of responsibility for getting your clients and customers results, if you've ever lost sleep because somebody wasn't making progress in your program, or if you have ever over-delivered to the point of burnout because you wanted to help somebody get a result inside of your program, then this episode is for you. We're going to be talking about boundaries, and I'm going to share one mindset shift that you need to make to start setting better boundaries today. I was talking with someone the other day about their desire to create a low-dollar scaled membership. They already have a high-dollar mastermind that's going really well, so my question was, why? Why would you want to make the shift? I hear arguments all the time for higher dollar, less scale, more profit margin. This guy had all of that. So why try to pivot to something lower dollar that's going to require more promotion, more scale, more people to manage? Well, it came down to this. Responsibility. When people pay more, you feel more responsible for getting them results. He goes to sleep thinking about his customers, and he wakes up thinking about them too. He feels responsible for their results. And that can lead to over-delivery and burnout, which he was getting close to. You don't have to have a higher price program to feel this way. I know lots of people with lower price programs that feel the same, and lots of their team members too. Maybe you feel that way. I struggle with this as well. In fact, I've had friends tell me I need to stick with my one-on-one consulting and never offer a lower dollar program at scale because I don't know how to not give everything I've got to get someone a result. It's not in me to hold back when I know that I can help someone. So I am very familiar with this struggle, my friend. But in my many years of business and community management, I've built up some healthy boundaries brick by brick. Whether you're a business owner or a community manager, I encourage you to do the same because healthy boundaries are absolutely essential for a successful business. One concept that has helped me a lot that I want to share with you today is this. I am responsible to my customers, not for them. I am only responsible for myself, my behaviors, my actions. That is the only thing that I can truly control. I can't control the actions of my clients or my customers, so I cannot be fully responsible for them. But I'm responsible to them, which means that I need to deliver, right? I need to do what I said I was going to do to create the value that I promised and increase the likelihood of them getting the result that they want. That's where my energy should go. And depending on the program, that may look a little bit different. So for example, my course is a self-study community training program. I put a ton of effort into taking a decade of knowledge and experience and putting that into my training. I created top-notch resources and templates. I created a guide that makes it easier for them to implement, and I've structured the course in a way that customers are more likely to retain the information and actually put it into action. Now, for the investment, I'm confident that it's an incredible program that provides immense value. And if you go through the program, I know that you'll get results if you implement what I teach. You'll get results that yield financial returns well beyond the price of the program. But if someone emails me and asks for a one-on-one phone call to strategize as to how a certain strategy in that program applies to their particular business, I'm not going to give them that phone call. I fulfilled my responsibility to that customer in the delivery of the program, and that's where my responsibility ends. And it's why I'm not ultimately responsible for their results because I can't control their effort. On the other hand, one of my clients invests significantly more. They get one-on-one calls with me to customize those strategies and tactics to their business, but there's still an end to my responsibility to them as well. I don't do the work for them. I give them the templates and the strategic guidance and the feedback, but ultimately it's up to them and their team to do the work, to make it happen. And because of that, some clients move a lot faster and see results quicker, and others not so much. But I'm not responsible for the speed at which they implement or for their effort. Having this boundary in your business is so important. You are responsible for yourself and to your customers. Now, there's two dangers I want to caution you on here. It would be very easy to use this concept as a way to blame your customers for the fact that your program doesn't produce results. I have a program that helps people unearth their customer success stories and testimonials so that they can leverage them in their marketing to get more sales. But I emphasize that it has to start with getting people results. Now, some of you are avoiding the fact that your program sucks. People can implement your program and not get results, right? Because your program sucks, not because of that person's ability to implement. There's just no other way to put it. Maybe you're teaching something you've never actually done before, or maybe you're just doing the bare minimum and not really providing a return that is beyond the investment that your customers made. So do me a favor. Don't use this concept of responsibility as an excuse to sell a crappy product. The second danger here is similar, but it is different. So many times I see online entrepreneurs launch a program, and when asked about customer success, they start talking about how it's not their fault that people don't implement the program. We all know completion rates for most programs are terrible. And yes, ultimately, you aren't responsible for your customers, so you can't make them do the work. But don't use that as an excuse to ghost your buyers. The best marketing is a great testimonial. So whether you're doing it for your own business benefit or because you deeply care about your customers and you want them to get results, you need to be invested in figuring out ways to get your buyers activated in your program and to keep them engaged. I'm going to be talking more about how to do this in next week's episode, but I just want to make sure that we're clear that this boundary and responsibility talk doesn't give you permission to sell and ghost. And if you have an online program, you are in the business of human psychology and motivation. So you need to be paying attention to that. All right. If you've been struggling with boundaries in your business or community, I really hope that this has been helpful. Take some time today to write about this concept of being responsible to your customers versus being responsible for your customers, and identify those areas that you're taking responsibility for them and determine how you can start building up that emotional boundary to just set it where you're responsible to them. And just remember, I've been in the online community space for more than a decade. Plus, I have a lot of years of counseling personally under my belt. And I can tell you this, these boundaries, they cannot be built overnight. Like I said earlier, they're built brick by brick. So give yourself grace as you figure this out, but start now. The future of your business depends on your ability to set and uphold healthy boundaries.